Hello, I'm Chris Williams from Read Comics They're Bad For You, the name of my YouTube channel. Or if you're watching this on BitChute or Library, the name of my channels on those two websites is Comic Freak. Truly, a bad thing has happened. PBS has basically turned to propaganda with this article. We're going to be talking about PBS Kids Clifford, the Big Red Dog, latest tune promoting LGBT values. And we'll learn all about it as we read this article. Christian Headlines reports that PBS continues to degenerate and is shoveling LGBT propaganda into previously established properties. The latest being their Clifford, the Big Red Dog cartoon, and now the new rendition is being used to promote married lesbians. And of course they are, because they have to shove this stuff everywhere, right? The beloved animated show Clifford the Big Red Dog in recent weeks became the second PBS kids series with a recurring LGBT character when one of Emily Elizabeth's friends brought her two moms to a dinner party. The series is based on popular scholastic book character, follows the exploits of an energetic girl named Emily Elizabeth and her giant red dog Clifford, who is the size of a house. It was rebooted by PBS and Amazon Prime last year with new animation and new voices. It is within this reboot that the two lesbian characters were introduced, although it may not be obvious to many children. In the episode in question, the Big Red Tomato Dog bot, Emily Elizabeth holds an outdoor dinner party for her friend Samantha. When the dinner is set to begin, Samantha walks up with her two moms. "Won't you please join us?" Emily Elizabeth asks. "It would be our pleasure," one of the women replies. "Oh, something smells delicious." Samantha and her moms then prepare to sit down and eat dinner with Emily Elizabeth and her mom as Clifford watches. The two moms are not identified within the episode, but the critics call them Dr. Mulberry and Miss Mulberry. In other episodes, Samantha calls each of the women mom. In the episode titled The Breadwell Island Blues, The Big Red World, she calls Dr. Mulberry mom, and in making lemonade out of lemons, The Watering Hole, she calls Miss Mulberry mom. Clifford the Big Red Dog is the second PBS kids series with an LGBT character. Last year, the series author broke new ground when the primary character's male schoolteacher, Mr. Ratburn, married a man. It was the first gay wedding in PBS kids history. And I have to say, this just sounds disgusting. These shows are watched by kindergartners, and I really hate that idea. And that's not all. Sesame Street appears to have succumbed to LGBT propaganda too. Recently, Sesame Street recorded an episode with gay actor Billy Porter wearing a dress, and you can see it there when it was on, that he's just dressed as a woman. Of course he is. As somebody who grew up watching Sesame Street and the Muppets, it's truly awful to discover something once thought to be a decent children's product cave in to the atrocious mentality. Interestingly enough, I noticed Porter make an appearance with Elmo Monster Muppet, seen in that picture on the side, as some may recall from nearly a decade ago. Kevin Clash, the ex-Muppeteer who served as Elmo's most notable player, who was accused in late 2012 of exploiting minor boys in a disturbing sex scandal, had to resign in the recent years, since it looks like it had quite a financial effect on him, seeing as later he had to sell a New York City apartment he once owned. Is Porter's photograph with Elmo some kind of nod to the disgrace Clash turned out to be? The CTW producers supposedly wanted to make sure they could move away from the taint Elmo was bound to suffer from if they'd kept Clash on any longer. Yet here we have this ideologue Porter going along with taking pictures with the Muppet who had been handled by Clash for at least a quarter century and potentially bringing back memories of the scandal to anyone familiar with it in 2012. This is no more helpful than it is to take their animated programs and turn them into propaganda arms. And on that note, what cartoon will PBS be turning inside out next? The Magic School Bus? There's been far too much of this LGBT propaganda being stuffed into only so many different products that could be aimed at children over the past decade or so. And the time's come to give it a rest already, because most sensible families don't approve, and it's getting awfully tiresome right now. By the time the animation industry does stop, however, it's bound to be when the whole of Hollywood collapses, as it's going to sooner or later. And I mean that. I agree with that statement as well. Now, it's fine to be gay and all that and stuff, but, well, we don't want to watch propaganda at the best of times. And this stuff is aimed at children. And we look at this and we say, no, you do not show this to our children. It's fine for these shows to promote harmony and peace, but when they start doing, promoting agenda politics like this, then these shows are trash and should be done away with. If you like this video, subscribe. Make sure you're still subscribed because YouTube is going around unsubscribing people, so make sure you're still subscribed. If you're watching my videos but you're not subscribed, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Read Comics They're Bad For You. Then go over to Library and BitChute and subscribe to my channels on those two websites. They're both named Comic Freak. Hit that bell for notifications, hit that like button, and leave some comments down below. And if you could you also please share this video, share it on Twitter, share it on Reddit, and share it on Facebook. Share it anywhere you think it'll do the most good. Now listen closely. Keep checking back in all my future videos for more information on my own upcoming independent comic book scumdogs. I'm Chris Williams, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video or review.